Hello and welcome to our episode here where we're going to be talking about an amazing machine that I'm so lucky to have here in my neuromotor training clinic. And it's called the Exo Trainer. And with me today, I have the inventor of the Exo Trainer, also the founder of Xometrics, Ray Cooper. We're going to call you Coop. Welcome, Coop. And also here in my clinic on the other side of the room, I have Stephen Evangelos. Welcome, Stephen. And Dr. Nick Sterling. Thanks for joining us, Nick. And between the four of us here today, we're gonna talk about this machine. I'd like to talk just a little bit about how this machine has impacted our clientele here in the past 2 months that we've had it. We have people who come in here, they do all kinds of things. We have free weights, we have suspension training, we have the Smith machine, we have a lot of nice, high quality stuff, but each is restricted in their own unique ways. What we find most advantageous, most beneficial about the Xometrics, the Exo Trainer, is the extreme, first and foremost, the extreme quality. Quality is, and I've been around a lot of stuff around the world. I've traveled, I've seen so many things. This is unparalleled quality. We also have the versatility of this machine, which just this week became way more versatile for us here because of the programming abilities that it's amazing what we can do. So I've been grateful to have the opportunity to connect with you, Coop and Stephen, and to learn more about this, to have it here in the clinic. And what's most important, though, isn't that I like it. Our clients really like it. So you'll probably see orders coming from them in the next few months. So with that, I'd like to introduce again Coop. Coop, welcome. It's great to have you on this, on my podcast here. Give me, if you don't mind, a little history about you, your background. I'd also love to know, how did this come to be? You're the founder of Xometrics, the inventor of the Exo Trainer. What's your background and how did it all come to be?
Yeah, so I had a degree in engineering from UCLA, computer engineering, and I went to pursue a long career in high tech, which was very good and rewarding. Just like everything else, it started by coincidence. In 2018, I met Michael Ross, which has some of the IP behind that machine by coincidence in a dinner at my home. And Michael told me about an idea that he had since the early 2000s, and later on even got a patent for it. And the idea was, instead of using traditional weight stock, is to use a computer-controlled torque motor to generate resistance in a cable machine. But he was not able to find people to bring his idea to fruition. And I immediately got intrigued by his idea and the enormous potential it has to make positive difference for a lot of people. And I told Michael, I'm currently working in corporate America, but over the weekends, I'm gonna take it as a challenge, and I want to build just a prototype to see if your idea is feasible, how well it's working, how smooth the cable is. And so I did. And over the next 6 months, over weekends, I built, what we call today V1 or version 1. And it's worked much better than I expected. And, at that point, we produced a small, informative video about that. And I told Michael, okay, that's at this point as far as I'm going to go because, I have my day job. And things were kind of a bit quiet after that. And about a year and a half later, Michael came and he says, um, I've been around it for a long time. I'm a bit older now, and I'm okay kind of transferring the patterns to you, and you kind of running with it. And shortly after that, I decided to pick up, go with his offer, and I quit my job at corporate America. More officially, we formed Xometrics as a Delaware corporation. Of course, Michael have a relatively small percentage in the company, and that was kind of in about early 2000. And at that point, I took it as a full-time job, and developed the machine that we now call the Exo Trainer that you see behind you. And after about, I would say at the end, it was about 2 years of very intensive development. And towards the end of 2022, uh, we started to provide the machine to our early customers.
It's beautiful. Well, you've done a great job with it. And I know based on our conversation yesterday or the day before, there's more to come with updates and all that kind of updated technology and making it more versatile. So I'm really, really looking forward to all the updates, everything in the future that you're doing. Um, we're going to do some demonstrations today, right? And we have Stephen here and Nick, and go through some demonstrations. So, where do you want to start? Stephen, you want to chime in? Because you have one of these in your office at UMass Lowell. Is that correct?
That's correct. I have one in Massachusetts. Yes. In a identical model to this one here.
If I may say something about how we met Stephen, I kind of feel bad that I haven't mentioned that. Shall I say something?
Yes, please.
So, Stephen, was it about a year and a half or 2 years ago? I think it was about a year and a half ago when we connected with Stephen. He was at the time a researcher. He was not yet fully accepted into the PhD program, but he was already a researcher at University of Massachusetts. And we came to know him through Brandon, which is a trainer that works with us. They're both ex-Marines, and they connected. And we connected with Stephen, and it was an instant bonding and mutual understanding. I think Stephen was very impressed with what we're doing. He provided great feedback, and from that point on, something that started almost as a potential customer relationship turned into much more than that. And we've been in very close touch. And Stephen is one of the very first. Stephen and the university are one of the very first customers, and they provided the machine. And we are very, very happy working with Stephen and University of Massachusetts.
Right. So I'm fortunate enough to be part of a department at that university that allows for flexibility when students want to explore different types of research projects. And when Brandon first explained just the very basic fundamentals of what this project was about, when it was first mentioned to me, my reactive question was, can it change resistance through a range of motion? And he said, yeah, I think it can. And I think that was the moment for me when I thought, wow, this type of technology could really serve the scientific community, and it could really possibly benefit a lot of different types of specific populations of people.